the basic premise of the report is that people will never want to stop traveling, right? Exploring the planet is in our human DNA. That's good, right? Do you think there is a demand right now for tourism? So you can put yes or no, or in the chat, or put a thumb up or down. Yeah. So while you're thinking about that, just imagine as an example that you're going to a food shop, right? A bakery or a supermarket, whatever your favorite food is. You're hungry, you walk up to the shop and the shop is closed. That's a restriction on the supply end. It's not a demand issue, is it? You'd buy the food if you could, but you can't. And that's the same with tourism today. So many people that we know are wanting to take a tour today, including me, including Shani, I guess including you as well. We'd love to take a tour in Nepal right now this morning, but we can't because of restrictions. So Mythbuster number 1, there is no demand for tourism. That's not true. The demand for travel and tourism has not gone away, which is good. And we know that because we're talking to a lot of outbound tour operators. Guests booked on tours are often postponing their trips, not cancelling. Some of us are worried about the virus itself, but I would argue that after being restricted for such a long time, people are more worried now about getting stuck in another country. Right? Rules are changing. Governments are, particularly in the UK, are making U-turns on travel policy. The World Health Organization are making U-turns on advice. Don't wear a mask, wear a mask. Maybe it's back to not wearing a mask, having to self-quarantine, etc. Right? So it's uncertain right now. But what comes down goes back up. We put this slide in. This was actually 2 months ago, guys, because we wanted to show you the state of the US stocks index. Talk about being up. The NASDAQ, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500, those stocks are flying. They are way above pre-COVID levels. So Mythbuster number 2, nobody's got any money. That's also not true. It's true if you own a tourism company, right? We're in a bubble of people who are struggling economically, but guests have money. So those people who understand how money works have made a fortune because of the pandemic. Right? So if your market segment is high-end luxury tours, your guests have money. And it's not just the stock market. I know a lot of people, cryptocurrency has gone through the roof, cryptocurrency, online services, people have made a killing with selling online digital services. And if you'd taken, I'll just tell you this, if you'd taken a short leveraged position on crude oil in April, you could have retired by now, right? So if you target wealthy travelers, you're good. So people still want to travel. They always will, and many of them have got money. So tourism will come back, albeit in a more sustainable way. And the $1 million question, of course, is when